Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to do the real review for the OnePlus 6. First things first, let's talk about the price. Now this phone comes in 3 different versions. You got 6 gigs of RAM with 64 gigs of storage for $530. Then you got 8 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of storage for $580. Then you got the big boy, 8 gigs of RAM with 256 gigs of storage for $630. Now think about that for a second. For that price, that officially makes this the best priced flagship level smartphone that you're going to find out right now, period. Now I know what some of y'all are going to say, what about the Huawei Honor V10? $500, 128 gigs worth of storage, you got a nice camera with the artificial intelligence. This is definitely a heavy hitter, but if I had to choose between the V10 and the OnePlus 6, I'm going with the OnePlus 6. You got a better build quality, bigger and better display, IPS versus AMOLED. I'm always going to take AMOLED. You got dash charge, the fastest charge in the game. You got that crazy fast facial unlock. But most importantly, you got the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon processor and the latest Adreno GPU. So that makes this arguably the smoothest Android phone out right now, period. Now I say arguably because the Pixel 2 XL is equally as smooth, but the processor is not as new as the OnePlus 6, and the OnePlus 6 is half the price. Now let me answer a couple of questions real quick. Number one, is the OnePlus 6 my favorite Android phone? And the answer is no. That title still goes to the Mate RS. 4,000 milliamp battery that never dies. You got fast charge, wireless charge, it's water resistant. You got the best camera setup in the market right now. That triple camera setup with the artificial intelligence. You got the fingerprint sensor on the back and the fingerprint sensor built into the front display. This phone is a certified monster. And the best feature about this phone is you ain't got it. All right, we call that exclusivityness. Now, of course, the price on this phone is astronomical. All right, it's ridiculous, but you got to pay to play. Next, what's my second favorite Android phone? Shout out to White Shoes, killing the video. Galaxy S9 Plus. Now, this is pound for pound the best Android phone out right now. Works on every carrier. You got all the gimmicks. You got the iris sensor, wireless charge, fast charge, portrait mode, super slow motion. You name it, this phone got it. This is my second favorite Android phone. Then after that, we could talk about the P20, we could talk about the Pixel, LG G7, all these other Android phones, OnePlus 6, but those are my top 2. Where does OnePlus fit in? This is the smoothest Android phone that I got right now. So if you're looking for performance, look for the OnePlus 6. Now I had to file Xerxes to the side. Now, next question. If you got a OnePlus 5T, do you need to sell this immediately and upgrade and get a OnePlus 6? And the answer is no. If you got a OnePlus 5T, you good to go. All right, these phones are equally smooth. Of course, the OnePlus 6 is going to be a little bit smoother, newer processor, newer GPU, but it's not that many upgrades that's going to make it worth it for you to sell your 5T and get a 6. So if you got a 5T, hold it down for a minute, maybe wait for the 6T or wait for the 7, you're good to go. Now, there's always going to be some things that I don't like, so let's get into those first. Number 1, connectivity. Now, what do I mean by that? The OnePlus 6 is a GSM only phone, so that means it's not going to work on Sprint or Verizon. Now, I know what y'all YouTube correction officers are getting ready to say. Oh, in the unbox video, you said that it works on every carrier. My bad. My bad. I made a mistake. It only works on GSM networks. So if you got a CDMA network, Sprint or Verizon, you asked out. Now, I don't like that. Now, OnePlus, think about it for a second. Let me talk to OnePlus. OnePlus, y'all cutting yourself out of half of the market in the USA. Now, I don't know about other countries, but in the USA, a lot of people got Sprint and a lot of people got Verizon. They can't get the OnePlus 6. That makes literally no sense to me. Think about if a Galaxy or an iPhone came out that was only available on Sprint and Verizon or only available on T-Mobile and AT&T. They'd be out the game. They get booed off the stage immediately. OnePlus, you need to make these phones that where they're able to work on all of the networks. Just like Samsung, just like Apple, just like LG, HTC, and Motorola. Next, No Quad HD display. Now we're going to talk about the display on the OnePlus 6 in a minute. It is beautiful, but no Quad HD display. Now with the naked eye, I know a lot of people are going to say you can't tell the difference, but you really can. If you take a OnePlus 6, put it on max brightness, then you take your Galaxy S9 Plus, put it on max brightness, you're going to notice the difference. All right, trust me, you're going to notice the difference. Is it a deal breaker? No. No, not at all. Next, no micro SD card slot for expandable memory. Now I know what y'all gonna say. 256 gigs, that's plenty of memory. This one right here is 128 gigs, and I still got about 100 gigs left. It's not all about just phone storage. Having a micro SD card slot is important for a lot of people, especially me. Now I'll give you a perfect example. I like to fly drones. So I do a lot of drone videos when I'm at the car shows, and I like to edit them and upload them to Facebook immediately. So when I take my drone out, I catch some footage, I take out the micro SD card, slap it in my phone, use the editing software, and upload it immediately. With no micro SD card slot, you can't do that. Now, if you got a bunch of micro SD cards running around in your pockets with all your Family Guy episodes or your movies or your clandestine activities, you can't swap them in and out. All right, so having a micro SD card slot is important if you live in the scumbag life. We'll talk about that later. Next. No wireless charge. Now this is kind of crazy that you got a glass back phone, right, that looks exactly like a Galaxy S9. I'm not hating on the look, but you got a glass back phone with no wireless charge. I don't like that. Now, of course, people are going to say wireless charge is a gimmick. I know. Just like back in the days when TVs came out with remote controls, people was like, oh, remote control, that's a gimmick. You could just get up and change the channel. Remember when your cars had the roll down windows, then you got automatic power windows? Oh, that's a gimmick. You could just roll the window down. Everything is a gimmick until you start to use it. Now, anybody that watches any of my streams, you've seen my office setup. I'm allergic to wires. All right? I like having wireless charge. I like my desktop setup to look nice and clean. Now, here's another example. If you go to some of these newer airports like JFK, there's a bar in the airport. The whole top of the bar is all wireless charging pads. No cables, no cables, no USB outlets. It's just a pad. Everybody comes and puts your phone down, wirelessly charge your phone. A lot of the new cars, they come with wireless chargers built into the car. So you got a glass back phone, you need wireless charge. Now, a phone like the V10, metal back phones like this, all right, I'm gonna give them a break. But a glass back phone, we need that wireless charge. Now, there's a simple solution. You could buy one of these wireless charge adapters, plug it into the bottom, put a case on the phone, and use wireless charge. But you're gonna have to pay for that, and you're gonna have to always have a case on your phone, which kind of negates the fact of having a beautiful glass back phone, which is a fingerprint magnet, but who cares? Carry a microfiber cleaning cloth, do your thing. Next, the phone is not water resistant. Now, that could be a deal breaker for a lot of people, especially people that work outside and people that got butterfingers. You're dropping your phone all the time. I don't understand that. Now, this phone is water resistant to spills and rain and, minor water. But if you submerge this, you're done. All right. So you're not going deep sea diving. No 30,000 leagues under the sea. None of that with your OnePlus. No clandestine photos in the pool. No fun status with this one. No water resistance. Again, glass back phone, it needs to be water resistant. Next, now this is probably the thing that I don't like about this phone the most. No dual speakers. Now you got to remember, 2018, look at all the new phones coming out. Galaxy S9 Plus, dual speakers. All of your new iPhones, dual speakers. All of the new Huawei phones, dual speakers. We need dual speakers. Now, I'll talk about the speaker on this phone in a minute. It is nice and loud. But if you got your phone on the dock, like I use most of the time at work, I got my phone on the dock like this. Where's the speaker at? On the bottom. So you got your phone on the dock. It's covering up the speaker. I don't like that. And if you're holding the phone in your hand, you're watching videos, you're scrolling through Instagram, you're muffling out your speaker. So you're going to have to get into the habit of holding the phone like this. And, that's just more learning curve. Not really feeling that. So I would have liked to have seen dual speakers. Now, y'all know they call me Petty Roosevelt, so there's a couple of petty things that I don't like. So let me get into those real quick. Number one, no always on display. Now, again, that's super petty, but look at your Galaxy S9 Plus, look at your LG G7, and look at all your new Android phones that have Android Optimus Prime built, that you have the always on display built in. For some reason, even though this phone does run Android O, y'all call it Oreo, I call it Optimus Prime, There's still no setting to have an always on display. Why is that important? You got your phone on your desktop next to your bed. You glance over in the middle of the night. You want to know what time it is. No always on display. Now, it does have the ambient notifications, which I love. I absolutely love. But no always on display. We're going to need that. So OnePlus, send out a little software update. It would have been so dope if this screen just stays on. If this screen right here stays on, if this was your always on display, that would be so dope. But it's not. And my last petty thing that I don't like is the color choices. Now, OnePlus is notorious for this, and so is a lot of other companies. Give us all the color choices at launch. Because right now, a lot of people went out and bought the black OnePlus. A lot of people pre-ordered the silk white. If you live in India, maybe you got the Avengers version. But the problem is, 6 months later, or maybe 3 months later, now you got the limited edition red. You got the limited edition blue. I don't like that. Bring out all of the colors up front and give us, the consumer, that opportunity to get the color that we really want. Because I know a lot of people that bought a OnePlus 5 and a 5T, and they bought the black version, and then right after that, the red one came out, and now they was mad. They was mad because they got stuck with the black, and they put this one up on eBay or Craigslist, and nobody was going to buy it. Because they're trying to get maximum price. So if I was OnePlus, I would bring out all the colors, and especially that Avengers version, bring that out, bring everything out at launch. I had the same gripe with Apple, same gripe with Samsung. Give us all the color choices immediately. All right, I know I'm ranting. Now, let's get into everything that I do like. Number one. Now, I'm going to try to make this video as quick as I can. So I'm not going to do any fancy editing. I'm just going to go through. There's no specific order. Let's just get into it. First thing I do like is the price. Now, whether you love OnePlus or you hate OnePlus, you can't deny. You cannot hate. I don't care if you're the biggest hater in the world. You cannot hate for 256 gigs and 8 gigs of RAM. It feels funny even saying that. 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs worth of storage, the latest Snapdragon processor, the latest GPU, the camera, decent, but $630 for all of that, you cannot be mad at the price. So hats off to OnePlus. That's how you do it. All right, I'm definitely feeling the price. Next, let's talk about the build quality and the look. Now, look and build quality wise, put it next to a Galaxy S9 Plus. They look the same. So if you got this phone, even if you bought the minimum version for $530, when you're outside and somebody got the Galaxy S9 Plus, your phone doesn't look archaic. Right? You don't look like you got some old school phone from 5 years ago. You look like you right up there at the top of the food chain with the vertical cameras, glass back, shimmery back phones, fingerprints all over the place. The look of this phone is excellent. Now, the build quality, again, a lot of people don't like buying glass back phones because they think they're going to break. But I've been using glass back phones for years, dropping them all over the place. I've literally only broke one glass back phone. That was my Galaxy Note 8, and that was a major drop. And it still only had a little bit of shatterage. All right, that's a new word added to the dictionary. A little shatterage in the top corner. Other than that, let me get a little wipe down for that dramatic effect. Bang, look at that. This phone just looks beautiful. It feels so good in the hands. Ladies, you know the procedures. Build quality, no problems with this. This is A1. All right, so the look and the feel, major go. Next, let's talk about the fingerprint sensor. Now, between Huawei and OnePlus, it's a race to the top. I got to put my code in. I haven't used this in a minute. It's a race to the top for the fingerprint sensor. Look at that. Now, I'm doing this without looking at the phone, so y'all know that's not the facial unlock. Look at that fingerprint sensor. Fingerprint sensor, super smooth, super responsive, works every time. All right, no complaints with that. Next, let's talk about facial unlock. Now, this is one of my favorite features about this phone. I'm going to do it right now. I'm looking at the phone. Look at that facial unlock. Now, I'm ducking from behind the camera. I'm going to look directly into it and try to bypass that lock screen. Now, if I look directly at it, you notice you don't even see the lock screen. That is one of the smoothest and fastest facial unlocks that I've ever seen. Now, is it the most secure? No. Fellas, pay attention. If you live in the scumbag life, you don't want to use the facial unlock on the OnePlus 6. Trust me. All right? Somebody can pick up your phone while you're sleeping, point it at your face, and open up your phone. You're going to get busted, all right? So this is not the phone for the scumbag tactics, but if you're a gentleman like me, then you're going to love that facial unlock. Let's keep it moving. Next, ambient notifications. Now, this is one thing that I absolutely love about this phone, and I noticed with my Pixel 2 XL running Android P, Prodigy, RIP to my man Prodigy, we call it Android P Prodigy. The latest phones running Android P, when you get your notifications, they have different colors. So the same thing with the OnePlus, when you get your ambient notifications, say you get an Instagram, you get a Gmail, you get different colors. Now you see, once I pick up the phone, look at this. You can see the actual emoji, the color of it. This just looks so dope, and it works. Now, it doesn't matter how something looks. If it doesn't work and work every time, then it's trash. This one works every time. Once you pick up your phone, you get your ambient display. So you got the time, the date, the weather, your battery percentage, and your notifications, and your name. You can put whatever you want, just in case somebody else picks up your phone. They know whose phone it is. Now, the only thing that I would have had to see, like to see on this one, maybe a feature that as soon as you pick it up, it automatically takes you to your facial unlock, where you don't have to press the power button or you don't have to double tap on the screen to get you that sensors activated to unlock with the face. It would have been nice if as soon as you pick up the phone, you get your ambient display, then when you look at it, it pops open. But you got double tap or hit the power button. That facial unlock is crazy. All right, so the ambient notifications, I'm definitely feeling that. Next, now this is a special request. Somebody asked me to talk about the notification LED. You do have a notification light. Let me just wipe this down so y'all can see it. Look closely. See that little blue light? Now, it's not the brightest in the world. Somebody was beefing that the notification light wasn't that bright. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's there. It works. And it's customizable. You can change the colors. So it does have a notification light. Next, let's talk about the display. Now, no Quad HD panel, but AMOLED is the next best thing. If you got any phone that's not Quad HD, I'd rather have, put it like this, I'd rather have a 1080p AMOLED panel than a Quad HD IPS LCD. Why? The colors just look more vibrant. The blacks are even blacker. The blacks are extra black. The colors just look, they just pop out at you. Now with the IPS panels, the colors, now they're probably more accurate and more lifelike, blah, blah, blah. But to me, they just look a little bit more washed out. The whites look a little bit more creamy. I don't know. I just like the AMOLED panels, and I'm a black wallpaper kind of guy, so I like to see no bezels. Even though this phone does have a little bezel, you can see it. But with the AMOLED panels, you're not going to see the bezel. Now, I can show you the difference real quick. Let's pull out the V10. Look at the Google bar. You see how the Google bar is white, and this one is white also, but it's a little bit more creamy. It's a little bit more creamy. Y'all know what I'm saying, though. All right, so I, as far as the display, basically 6.3 inches. It's huge. All right, it's huge. And let me show you what I mean. Check this out. Let me pull up my iPhone real quick. Let me get rid of my thought activity on the screen. Okay, let me scroll a little. It's the craziness. All right, look, let's go to Instagram on both phones. All right, now look at the display. I'm going to put them side by side. Look where the iPhone 8 Plus. Now, both of these phones are giant phones to hold in your hand, but look at the difference with the bezels. All right, so if you line them up top to top, look how much more screen you got with the OnePlus 6 as opposed to your iPhone 8 Plus, which is one of my favorite phones when I'm scrolling on the gram because it's big and wide, giggity. OnePlus 6, same thing, big and wide. I know. All right, so the display on this, no problems. Of course, I'm rocking max brightness, douchebag status. Matter of fact, I got a little bit more brightness. All right, max brightness. Loving this display. Let's keep it moving. Next, now you got some gestures. Now, I don't use all of the gestures too much, but I'll show you the ones I use the most. First of all, you got your World Star Hip Hop button. So you double tap the power button. That's going to take you right to your camera. All right, so you're not going to miss any action. Then I use this one a lot also. All right, so let's draw the circle. That's going to activate your flashlight. Draw another circle. Deactivate your flashlight. Now you can customize these to whatever way you want, but here's one of my favorite ones. This is the World Star gesture. Draw the letter V. Takes you right to your video camera. All right, so you're walking down the street, you see somebody about to get punched in the mouth. You want to upload that to Instagram ASAP and tag me in the video. You don't got to go to your camera. You got to be fumbling around for nothing. Draw the letter V, open up your video camera, and rock out. Now you can change these gestures to different ones, different letters, open up different apps, open up your favorite functions, do what you do. All right, so I'm feeling the gestures. Now they have some other gestures. We'll talk about those later. Or maybe not. Next, let's talk about battery life. Now, I'm trying to speed this up. Let's talk about battery life. I don't really care about battery numbers anymore. As far as 4,000 milliamps versus 37 versus 33, that doesn't really make a difference to me anymore. I go by actual performance. Now, with the OnePlus 6, first thing I would tell you about the battery life, the standby time is incredible. All right, now I left this phone in the bag for maybe 3 days. 100% charged, took it out the bag 3 days later, and the battery had to be on 70, maybe 75, but it was something that was crazy. A really high number for standby time, 3 days, crazy. All right, so the battery life for standby time, you're gonna love this. Now, as far as actual use, I can use this phone all day with my max brightness, like a savage. I'm getting about maybe 6 hours worth of battery life, which is pretty good. Now, here's the thing. Dash charge. Dash charge is the fastest battery charge out right now, and that officially makes this the shit shower and shave phone. Now, I'll tell you exactly how I use this every day. Now, I'm a heavy user, so I'll break out the house maybe 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm out all day, get home at maybe 6, 7 o'clock. By the time I get home, my phone has maybe 15, 20% battery left. That's on a heavy day. Now, I'm not talking about 5 hours straight battery. You know, occasionally go to the bathroom, check the gram for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Go outside, watch a bunch of videos. Then I might use heavy for 2 hours straight. Then on and off again, back to Facebook, back to Twitter, do whatever I do. By the end of the day, I got 15, 20%. Get home at 6 o'clock. Plug the phone into the dash charger, shit, shower, shave, make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, reheat some ramen noodles, take the phone back off the charger to hit back the streets. Phone is on 90%. Sometimes the phone is fully charged, depending on what flavor ramen noodles I was making. The bottom line is this phone charges super fast. All right, so if you wake up in the morning and you forgot to plug your phone in overnight, plug it into the dash charger, take your shower, shave, make your little breakfast, stalk your victim on Instagram. By the time you finished all that, your phone is going to be ready to last you for the rest of the day. So now, this is what I'm saying. A lot of times companies will use sayings like dash charge or super fast charge and all that, and they just regular, they just basic. Dash charge is really dash charge. All right, dash charge is the fastest charge in the game right now, period. Let's keep it moving. Shout out to White Shoes, back in the building. Next, let's talk about the notch. Now, a lot of people don't like the notch. I personally don't care about the notch anymore. Let's take it over to the gram. You see the notch right here on the top. Now, if you disable the notch, it's gonna make your phone look less iPhone-ish. You know, if you're just a real notch hater, you could disable that. But why? What's the big deal? Why don't you want to see as much screen as possible? And for all y'all cats that's out there hitting me up, I'll never buy a phone with a notch. Oh, F the notch. I hate the notch. That's nacho cheese. All y'all cats hitting me up. Ask yourself this one question. Why? Well, why do you hate the notch so bad? What's the problem? Now, let me show you something. I'll turn the notch off real quick so you can see the difference. So we'll go to display, if we can find it. All right, let's go to display. We'll go to notch display. All right, that's nacho cheese. We turn the notch off. Now we take it back to Instagram. What's the difference? Only difference is now it looks like the phone has a big bezel on the top. Now, if you got your notch activated, certain apps, the notch is going to turn different colors. So we'll turn it back on, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Let me pull up something. Let's see if, okay, we'll go to YouTube. We'll go to my YouTube Red. All right, so on my YouTube Creator Studio, now that you notice that little part on the top, now it's red. Let's open up something else. Let's go to messages. All right, that's how popular I am. I have no messages, but now it's blue. If it's up to me, I'm leaving the notch on. Now, that was one thing I liked about that essential trash, let me not curse, that trash phone. They did do it right Instead of having the notch, it was all screen, just a little camera in the middle. That was my favorite part about the Essential Trash, and I would like to see other phones try to figure some way to have all screen and maybe just a minimum around the earpiece, minimum around the camera. But for what you're getting right now, this ain't that bad. All right, the notch is not that bad at all. That's nacho cheese. Let's keep it moving. Next, alert slider. Now this is a small feature, but a huge feature. All right, small but huge. Alert slider. How dope is that when you got your phone in your pocket? All right, you got your phone in your pocket. Somebody's blowing up your text messages. Now you get around some other people. You don't want everybody to know you're getting 1,000 messages. While the phone is in your pocket, all you have to do is hit that slider. So you see, I went from ring to vibrate to silence. So me, I'll leave it on ring. Once I jump in the movie theater, I ain't got to do no settings. I ain't got to take the phone out of my pocket. While it's in my pocket, slide it right up to silent. If I don't want to get busted, I'm out somewhere doing some scumbag tactics, go straight from ring to vibrate. All right, so that alert slider, I'm definitely feeling that. As far as the placement from the left to the right, I don't care. All right, either side works for me. Oh, now one thing I wanted to check. All right, see, now I know I wasn't going crazy. On your OnePlus 5T, the alert slider was on the left. Now it's on the right. Whatever. Let's keep it moving. Next, let's talk about the processor. Qualcomm Snapdragon 845. This is the top of the line. All right? Now, I know a lot of people don't like Huawei with those high silicone currents and all that. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. After using this phone and using the Huawei phones, the Snapdragon is definitely smoother and faster. Smoother and faster. Now, as far as the Exynos processors, I don't know about those because I don't get those in the USA. But in the USA, the Snapdragon is the top of the food chain. You buy this phone, you're good to go. Now, why is that important? A lot of people plan on keeping this phone for maybe 2 years at max, or even a full year. You don't have to worry about buying your phone today and your phone is outdated tomorrow. Now, I understand you want to save some money, so you don't feel like buying a Pixel 2 XL or the Pixel 3 for $950, $1,000. You buy the OnePlus 6, buy the top of the line version. If you're going to buy the OnePlus 6, just spend the extra couple of dollars, get the 256 gig version, get the 8 gigs of RAM, and that's going to guarantee you no lag and a smooth phone that could easily rival the Pixel. Easily. Now, I tried. Let me explain something to y'all. I tried to get this phone to lag. I tried everything. I tried all of my Galaxy lag tricks because I can make a Galaxy lag. On a side note, Galaxy S9 Plus. This is the best phone that Samsung has ever made. This is the first time Samsung made a phone. Now, if y'all watch my channel, I had every Galaxy phone since the original. This is number 9. So you're talking about almost 9 years worth of Galaxy phones. This is the first one that I can't make lag. Side note, all right? OnePlus 6, same thing. No lag, and I tried. I got 100 apps open at the same time. I tried to have all my notifications and clear them at once, and then immediately start using the phone. No lag. That's why you would buy this phone. If somebody just walked up to me in the street and say, why would I buy a OnePlus 6 instead of buying a Galaxy or buying a G7? I would tell them, if you're looking for the smoothest Android experience, you got an iPhone and you got used to using the smooth iOS. Now you're making that transition to Android. This is how you want to do it. All right, you don't want to go from an iPhone to a Galaxy S8. I know a lot of people that did that, and that's why there's this misconception that Android phones lag, because a lot of people go from having an iPhone, which is super smooth, no lag, you get forced closes, but no lag, then they go to a Galaxy or they go to an Android phone that's not a Pixel or not a OnePlus, and they don't get that silky smooth experience, and now they're mentally scarred from Android. So I would tell you this, you or your girlfriend, your wife, your daughter, whoever, anybody that y'all know that's a real hardcore iOS Apple lover, and they thinking about it, they're not sure, they're on the fence, they want to make that transition over to Android, let them play with a OnePlus 6. This is an iPhone Android, all right, if you know what I mean. All right, so the processor on this, super smooth, no lag. Next, let's talk about the speaker. Now, I complained that there was no dual speaker, but the speaker on this is pretty loud. Let me pull up a YouTube video, which I want to see. Let's take it over to, why not? Let's take it over to Bike Life. Oh, matter of fact, let's take it over to Cooking with Floss. All right, let's take it over to Cooking with Floss.
Next,
check this out.
Beef sizzling. Want to mix it up.
Listen to the speaker.
All right, flip it up, mix it up.
Keep that beef sizzling. Now, one bottom firing speaker. So check this out. Let's cover up the speaker. If I cover up the speaker, that's it.
Let's go.
But the speaker is definitely loud. Is it louder than the OnePlus 5T? Definitely. Right? This is a loud speaker. Viewing angles. Y'all like that?
Make sure you keep mixing it up.
Full screen.
So you don't see any pink. You don't want no pink meat.
Oh boy.
Next.
I'm just trying to give you an idea of the speaker.
Cheese.
All right, so anyway, speak on this, nice and loud. I just wish it was dual speakers, but it is what it is. Now I'm an outdoor guy, so every time I'm using my phone, 9 times out of 10, I'm outside watching videos. So that's important to me, sound. Sound in the speaker, very loud, just coming from the bottom. But I'll take bottom over the back. Y'all remember when they used to put speakers on the back of the phone? That was pretty dumb. Now they're putting them on the bottom and putting them in the earpiece. All right, so I'll take them on the bottom. This one is nice and loud. Next. Now, let's talk about the camera. When I rate phone cameras, I don't like to talk about all of the technical jargon, the photography language, because a lot of people, they're not real photographies. A lot of people are not real photographers, including me. So when I'm watching a video and somebody's talking about the camera and they're talking about the pixel density and the sharpness and this and that, a lot of times I don't know what that means. You don't know what that means. You don't care. You want to know if the camera's good or not. So when I rate cameras, I have 3 ratings. Either the camera's trash, the camera's good, or the camera's banging. All right, those are my 3 ratings. Now you get something like, pull out a Galaxy S4 from back in the days, that's trash. All right, 8 megapixel camera in 2018, that's trash. Then you got cameras that's good. OnePlus 6, the camera's good. What does that mean? It's not the best camera in the world, but it's good. It's going to get you through your day-to-day activities. If you like me and you post it on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, you're taking pictures of your kids, taking pictures of your cat. You got a cute little cat. You want to take your pictures. The camera is good. What's banging? This is banging. All right? Galaxy, Pixel, iPhone, Mate RS, that's banging. That's next level status. But you got to remember, you're paying $630 for 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs worth of storage, and the latest, greatest processor, GPU, the smoothest Android experience. Having a good camera and not the banging camera, that's a small price to pay. But I will tell you this, the camera on this phone is pretty good. Now let me show you. Let's do a quick snapshot. Bong, there we go. We got Zerks right there. Look at this picture. Now I'm going to show you some pictures that I did take already. All right, let me start from the beginning. I know. I'm going to show y'all some pictures that I did, though. All right, here we go. All right, so this was day 1 when I first unboxed the phone. Portrait mode status. It looks beautiful. Now, this is the one I took the other day. Look at this. This is pretty good. Now, you would think this is banging until I show you the picture, the same exact one that I took with the Galaxy S9. Then you'll notice the difference. But right now, this is good enough for Instagram, good enough for Facebook, good enough for Snapchat. Everybody's going to add their filters to it anyway. Look at the blue sky, the green trees, blue looking nice. Picture came out great. Now, I took a few different angles on the... Now, this is the one... Oh, little drop test. Hold up, where was we? Butterfingers. All right, where was it? Let me get back in. This is the one that I actually posted on Instagram. All right, so if y'all follow me on Instagram, I took that picture with this phone. Of course, I touched it up with a little filter and all that, but the picture came out dope. Wheel Wednesday. All right, zoom in. No complaints. Now, we got to talk about video. Now, look at this one. Now, of course, I was holding the phone like a douche. The sky was probably a little bit more blue, but it is what it is. Let's keep it moving. All right, we got a few videos. I'll show y'all. All right, look at this video. Now, the video on this is great. Stabilization. Now, I'm riding on bumpy roads in New Jersey. My car is inherently bumpy. You know, all that herky-jerk action. But look how smooth it is. I'm not trying to be smooth. I'm not focusing extra hard. I'm just holding the phone in my hand, taking a video. The colors in the background look nice. No complaints. Now let me show you another one. Let's all right, this now another picture right here when the sun was going down. So I got some nighttime photos, but I wanted to show you how it looks in broad daylight, then the nighttime, then our sunset, then complete darkness. All right, so you can see a little sunset in the background, looking real nice. This was portrait mode. Now, I'm sitting in a restaurant underneath a red light, so that's why the picture kind of has a red hue to it. But that's portrait mode. That looks dope. I'm gonna show you even better portrait mode. Let's see. This is front-facing camera. Maya was practicing with that. Now check this out. This picture came out dope. There's some calamari I was about to bust down, team fat ass. Now watch the difference. I did the same picture with portrait mode. Now look closely. Look at Amaya's food in the back. Now look at mine's. Now I'll upload these pictures. Maybe if y'all really want to see, I'll upload them. Maybe when I do my my next video for OnePlus, I'll upload these later, or I'll upload them at the end of the video. Who knows? But you get the idea. Now check this out. This is our nighttime video. Let's see which one. All right, nighttime video. It captures sound real nice. Y'all hear them gunshots busting off. Now I was laughing in the car because Maya was scared. Now this is just this is an inside joke. All right, now you see for y'all who cats who didn't see that, I asked Maya to get me something to drink. She didn't. I was trying to take a picture. I took a video by accident. But I said, "Can you get me something to drink?" This is her natural reaction. All right, so whatever, babe, whatever. All right, so that's a nighttime photo. Look at the background. All right, Maya playing on a computer. The sky's a little bit, could be better. If I showed you that same picture on the Mate RS, the sky would look better. More nighttime footage. J. Cole in the background. Would you believe me if I said I'm in love, baby? And we are. All right, chill. Let's see. Now this is a nighttime shot. Look at this. This is not bad for nighttime footage. Now I know people are going to complain about low light this, low light that. It's not sharp enough and all that. This looks pretty dope to me. Then I did another one. I zoomed in. So now this is what it looks like zoomed in. I'm standing far away from the car, zoomed in. That is not bad. All right, now this is one. I want to show you another portrait mode. I'm at my probation officer taking my drug test. This is regular. And then a portrait mode. Beautiful. And of course, white shoes. So overall, camera on this phone, pretty good. And now, like I said, 3 ratings: trash, good, trash, good, and banging. I would say this is good to great. Good to great, not banging though. All right, good to great. Next, let's talk about the lag factor. Now, that's one thing that you never got to worry about when you buy a OnePlus phone is lag. I don't even got to spend too much time talking about that because you're not going to find any lag on this phone, ever. And like I said, I tried. No lag on this phone. If you're buying this phone as your work phone, maybe you got a Galaxy or an iPhone and you need another phone to use for work, this phone is going to handle all of your work. Now, I've been using this as my trap phone. So I got my email spreadsheets. I got all my apps open at the background, playing music, doing everything that I do, trying to get this to lag. It will not lag. So the lag factor on this, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being Pixel 2 XL status or OnePlus 6 status, and 1 being Galaxy S2, I'd give this a 10. All right, this is a no lag phone. Next, let's talk about the floss factor. Then I'll get out of here. All right, now what's the floss factor? Y'all know what that is. Somebody pulls out the Mate RS. Somebody got the iPhone 8 Plus. Somebody got a OnePlus 5T. Somebody got a V10. Somebody got a Galaxy. Somebody got an LG. Where do you fit in on the food chain? All right, are you at the top of the food chain looking like a boss, or you at the bottom of the food chain looking like a peasant? Let's get a wipe down. OnePlus 6. For the floss factor on this one, I'm going to give it a solid 7 to 7.5. Now, in the nerd community, you getting a 10. All right, now shout out to all the nerds out there. I'm part of the nerd community too. You come up with your OnePlus 6T, your OnePlus 6, all right, black, matte, or silk white. You pull this out around a bunch of nerds, you the man. All right, now, I ain't got nothing against the nerds because I'm part of the nerd herd too. But in the real world, floss factor wise, I'd give this about a 7 to 7.5 because it looks very much like a Galaxy S9 Plus. until you flip it around. No always on display. You get to that wireless charging station. You can't wirelessly charge your phone. You lose a few floss factor points on that, but it is what it is. Now let's talk about accessories. Y'all seen the cases when I did the unboxing video. There's 3 cases that I would recommend getting. Number 1, if you're about that race car life, you need the carbon fiber. All right, this is my second favorite case. Now, this used to be my favorite case. This is my second favorite case. So you're going to need a carbon fiber. Of course, I love the red one. I stay loyal to your OnePlus roots. Get the red with that Alcantara finish on the inside. This one looks dope. But my new favorite case from OnePlus. Now, I don't know what they calling this one, but I'm calling it Hyperknit because that material, y'all know I'm heavy in the sneaker game. I'm calling this Hyperknit. This is my favorite case. Now, I would recommend getting this case because this is a fingerprint magnet. It is pretty slippery. But once you drop this case on it, this case has a nice amount of resivity on this. Zerks, don't get scared. Slam Boy certified. It's going to give you that grip. And you're going to love this material on the back. This feels very sneakerish. All right, if you don't know what Hyperknit is, like I said, this is more like get a pair of Nike Air Max and look at the front. All right, this feels like a sneaker, but it feels great when you hold this. I've been rocking this case. I haven't even been using my carbon fiber case. I've been using this case exclusively. Now, speaking of accessories, one more accessory to talk about, the Bullets wireless headphones. Now, I did a full video on these, but I don't think I touched it enough, so I'll talk about it real quick. Zerks, you're trolling now, you're trolling. The Bullets wireless headphones, these are the truth. Now, these are going to run you $70. I highly recommend getting these, and especially if you got a OnePlus 6, a OnePlus 5, or 5T, because that magnetic feature is going to work. Now, it's not going to work on any other phone except for those 3. If you got any other phone, iPhone, LG, Moto, whatever you got, once you lock these together, your music is going to stop. Once you unlock them, your music is not going to resume. All right, now if you got a OnePlus 6, 5, or 5T, once you unlock these, your music is going to pause. Once you lock them, your music is going to pause. Zerks, you're just too cute. You're messing up my concentration. Once you lock these up, your music is going to pause. Once you unlock them, it's going to resume that song. Now, honestly, I haven't been using these for gym activities, but I've been using these for phone calls. These headphones are perfect. If you work in the office or you're driving around in your car and you got to be on the phone a lot of times during the day, wear these around your neck. They have, all right, Zerks, I'm sorry, I got to file you. Here, go play with that. When you put these around your neck, they're super thin. You're not going to even feel them. You can tuck them under your shirt. Your boss won't know you got on headphones. Then, when you slap these on, use them to make phone calls. They're super loud and crystal clear. Now, for when I go to the gym, I don't like in-ear headphones to work out. I like big, over-the-ear headphones with pounding bass. But like I said, I have listened to, watched a few videos. I watched a few videos listening to these. But I mainly use these for phone calls. So are these worth $70? Hell yeah, without a doubt. Now, a lot of people want me to compare these to the Beats X. No need to do that, all right? These are way cheaper. Sound quality wise, the Beats X have more bass, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's my full review for the OnePlus 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. This is a major go. It's the smoothest Android phone out right now. The price is right. Facial unlock, battery, camera. Shout out to OnePlus. Y'all hit a home run on this one. Now I'm just waiting to see what that 6T looks like. Let me give you some advice, OnePlus, all right, if y'all listening, for the 6T. Just give us the dual speakers, give us wireless charge, give us water resistance, drop a little update so we can have an always on display, and this will be a flagship killer, all right? Matter of fact, you're going to have to upgrade the camera a little bit more too. Upgraded camera. Now, I know all of these upgrades, you're probably saying the price is going to jump up from $630 to maybe $750. If y'all can find a way to do all of that for $750, 256 gigs, then y'all could go back to y'all old school saying a flagship killer. Right now, shout out to OnePlus. I'm glad they stopped saying that, because that was kind of hurting the brand. That was hurting the brand. You can't call something a flagship killer if it's not. All right, that brings more attention to the negatives about a product. If I'm running around saying I'm the best basketball player, and I'm really not, that's going to make me look even more trash than if I didn't say nothing. Because now people are expecting too much. So OnePlus, if you come out with the 6T, watch this video. Thank me later. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know. Stream gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah, special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat, Flossy_Carter, that's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early. #salute. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces. Spock, one to beam up. Energize. Alright, I had to beam back down just to give a quick RIP to my man G. Kel's wife. Now, if y'all watch my channel, y'all know I'm all about having fun and laughing and joking. The other night when I was doing my live stream, my man G. Kells, he been supporting my channel for years. He's always in the live streams. And while I was having fun and getting drunk, he was going through the hardest time of his life watching his wife pass away. So G. Kells, keep your head up. If you need anything, let me know. Here's a moment of silence. Rest in peace. And I'm out.